Settle in. The story starts here. My older brother called me at 2:13 in the morning. He was crying. I'd never heard him cry before. He kept saying the same thing. Please, I need you. I threw on my clothes and drove straight to the police station, convinced something terrible had happened. When I got there, I realized the terrible thing was him. He'd been arrested. A detective explained that my brother had been involved in a hit and run. A man crossing the street had been seriously injured. As the detective walked away, my brother grabbed my arm. It wasn't supposed to happen, he whispered. I panicked. Then he looked me straight in the eyes. I just need you to tell the court we were together that night. I stared at him. Because we weren't. I hadn't seen him in almost a week. I thought he'd take it back. Instead, he squeezed my arm tighter. Please, if they believe I was with you, they can't prove I was driving. I couldn't even answer. The next morning, my parents showed up at my apartment. My mom was crying so hard she could barely speak. My dad sat down across from me. Your brother made a mistake, he said. Don't let one mistake ruin the rest of his life. I told him I couldn't lie under oath. His face changed instantly. Families protect each other, I said quietly. Not like this. He stood up. Then don't call yourself his brother anymore. Over the next few weeks, everyone had an opinion. My aunt called, my cousins texted. Even my grandmother said, God forgives little lies when they're told out of love. For the first time in my life, I started wondering if I was the selfish one. Maybe one lie really could save him. Maybe I owed him that. Then the trial began. Walking into that courtroom felt harder than walking into any funeral I'd ever been to. My family sat behind my brother. No one looked at me. When I was called to the witness stand, I could feel every pair of eyes on me. The prosecutor asked one question. Were you with your brother on the night of October 14th? I looked at my mom. She was silently shaking her head, begging me. I looked at my dad. His arms were crossed. His expression said, don't do this. Then I looked at my brother. He gave me one small nod, as if to say, please. I took a deep breath and said one word, no. The courtroom went completely silent. A few hours later, the jury found my brother guilty. That day, I didn't just lose my brother. I lost my entire family. No holiday invitations, no birthday calls, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, nothing. For almost a year, I replayed that moment in my head every single day, wondering if I'd made the wrong choice. Then one afternoon, someone knocked on my door. It was the wife of the man my brother had hit. She was holding a small envelope. She looked at me and said, my husband didn't survive his injuries. My heart dropped. She continued, before he passed away, he told me something. She handed me the envelope. Inside was a handwritten note. It read, if someone tells the truth, even when it's hard, thank them for me. Because my children deserve the truth more than anyone deserves a lie. I cried harder reading those 2 sentences. Then I had the entire year after the trial. I still miss my brother. I still miss my parents. And there are nights when I wonder what my life would have looked like if I'd lied. But every time I start questioning my decision, I read that letter again, and it reminds me, sometimes telling the truth doesn't save your own family. It helps another family finally begin to heal. Every story leaves one question. If telling the truth meant losing everyone you loved, would you still do it?